on this week of the Katabisis. So you soldier on, and then you hear it. You hear it say, "I got you." Hola, ¿cómo está? Buenos días, bienvenido mis amigos, and welcome to another episode of the Katabisis, which is the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast. That's part of a old school Noobs production. I'm the Dungeon Master, it's Mike Pistis, and of course sitting around the table with me is the same crew, and they're going to go ahead and introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Joe. Playing as the Theory Ranger, little wood elf, you know.
Looks like Angelina Jolie.
Yep.
Hey, and I'm Jared. I'm playing a spade, cleric, soldier, badass.
I am Chris. I'm playing as Kazaya, the conflicted berserker humanoid. Coming at you.
I am Shelby, playing as Ilfalker, a druid elf who is currently a drunk dog.
Scariest kind of dog. So anyways, quick recap. And sort of an overall story arc. You guys are on a quest up through Monsterhorn Mountains to go find the beat boy Fabio, which we've established as his name at this point, so that you can help the Kingdom of Thunderfalls against some sort of ancient evil that is going to befall them. Along your way, you stopped at Giant's Rest Village. You guys met a suave, French accented man named Gerald Renault, who added an additional quest to your quest log, asking you to go stop by his family's crypt along the way so that you could get a bronze lion head amulet with a ruby in its mouth to basically be able to prove his identity and make him a nobleman once again. You did some shopping. What were some of the stores you guys stopped at?
I stopped as, Natiri. Stopped at Bruma's Bargains, and she had this little baby snow leopard. So I ended up getting that little guy, and right now he's just chilling in my backpack to protect him, because he's just a cute little fuzzy guy.
Did he have his head sticking out?
Yeah, he's got a cute little, face just sticking out of my backpack.
So as you go along, you're like feeding him treats and stuff.
Oh yeah, he gets loaded with treats.
That's awesome.
And then Kazai and I went over to Admirable Arms, and he's getting his sword enlarged. And I got some layaway for some gears and springs for a secret project I'm working on.
Did you stop at another store too, right?
Oh yeah, and then we went over to Al's Alchemist, and I got some sweet poison and a book of meteorology, which I'm sure will come in handy.
Kazaya, as the spade said, instead of my sword enlarged, sharpened, hardened. And I as well got a new tattoo on my upper left arm above my prosthetic.
Can you describe it? What does the tattoo look like?
Yes, that was some waves crashing onto some rocks, a rocky shoreline, perhaps.
Just pounding those rocks, right?
Yeah, it's just pounding, keeping it moist.
I, Ilfalker, got a sick tat across my back from a tiger. I think I also got a book of some sort.
Yes, you got Zen and the Art of Home Decorating, which is like
Interior designer, druid elf.
yes. It gave you some bonuses as well. I guess the tattoos that you got from the the store owner's apprentice, Hakeem. They gave you some bonuses to your constitution too. So got some sweet stat upgrades, got some cool items in the works. And then you headed on up your way, and you came across a waypoint, which you ran into a couple of thugs beating on some people. You realize that they were bodyguards for this little brat of a governor's son. And you guys took care of business. You care to describe how that went?
Crushed it.
That's a good way. Would you like anybody to add on to that?
I would agree, and I tossed my sword a few times. I like to intimidate and perhaps mortally wound someone.
I kind of fumbled around a little bit and ended up doing a little bit of defense for the last remaining guy and shit his pants.
Yeah. You basically you let him know that if he wasn't careful, what just happened to his buddy was gonna happen to him, which was pretty awesome, by the way. Like the Tyriano hit him with an arrow, Keziah smashed him with a sword, and then
I ripped his arm off.
yeah,
I killed him.
yeah, killed him dead as a death dog, and it was sweet, for lack of better words.
My
It was
saliva
awesome.
apparently has a disease in it that rots your flesh.
That's probably why the guard chunked him off the cliff after that.
Yep.
Yeah, you want that shit spread
Spread
around.
that disease.
Alright, so that's it as far as the recap goes. Let's get back into our adventure. Oh, that's right, we left off on sort of a cliffhanger, right? You
Tickle monster.
you joined up with the two poor souls that were being terrorized with the thugs and the governor's son, and are headed your way back up towards the mountain. You're just started to walk into a dark and creepy forest, and you hear the words, "I'ma get you." Why doesn't somebody roll me a history check? Everybody can do it. Everybody, history check. So let's roll a d20 and add your history proficiency to it.
19.
19.
Yeah.
That makes sense for the Nathan Drake
Haha.
character type as a Falker. What did everybody else get? I got 19 as well.
I got a 5.
You got a 5. What? Oh, then Tyr got 11. Alright, so you would know from what you've read in books about, and this makes sense, as a Falker and Thade are probably the most well-educated of the four adventurers, of a legend, so to speak, a far eastern legend involving some monster that can blink in and out of this material plane, and it usually hunts solo by itself and enjoys in terrorizing the mortals.
I say screw it, because me and Ilfelker can kind of guide the other two bimbos over there through the dark, so I decided just to start striding through it.
Well, I have a cantrip of light that I could use to shine away.
Oh, awesome. So you're going to cast light?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's cast light. But I need an object to cast it on. Your sword? Oh, you! I'm going to cast the cantrip of light onto Keziah.
Alright.
What? Do I have to roll for that?
No, hell no, it's a cantrip. I think it works.
Alright, so Fade casts the cantrip of light on me, Keziah, and
What specific part of you?
I'm gonna say my prosthetic left arm.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold that up as if I'm holding a shield, and apparently I'll be the lead, so I might be taking some damage here.
Okay. So you guys soldier on bravely as you hear the voice once again. I'ma get you. And you realize that this is no longer far off. This is really close and somewhere off and to your left. Roll a perception check for me, everybody. If Fucker got 6 total, what did they get? Dave's got 18.
17.
17.
I got 14.
14. So wait, 18 for Thade and Kasai was 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a basic melee attack for 2 of you.
So
What was your total?
19.
Ooh, shit. What did Chris get? Or Kazaya?
What I had plus 5.
Yes, you had +5 as well.
So that would be 12.
12. So, maybe perhaps blinded by the light on his arm, Kazaya swings off into the left where he knows the noise came from, but it's a mess. Kazaya, go ahead. Not Kazaya, sorry. Thade, go ahead and roll damage for me. Alright, you connect, and although you do connect, you realize that it probably didn't sink in as deep as you thought. You think maybe this thing is heavily armored, although you can't really make out what it is quite yet. And then it's gone. So. Oh man, that's time to get you. I know it's come for us now. Oh Jesus!
I hit it, but it disappeared.
The other 2 little people are like freaking out, so I kind of just hang back with them to protect them.
All right, so Natiri's staying close to the young couple. That's a good idea. All right. You hear again. I'll get you, and you realize this is now straight above you. Roll perception check, everybody. You get all right. Because I just got a 7.
26.
What'd you roll?
18.
Oh shit!
I got
Thade's and Natiri and a 5. So Thade, go ahead and roll to hit once again. Natiri, you do that as well. So Thade, you swing up, but you realize it's too far above you to hit with your sword. Natiri, you let loose an arrow and go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah, that's when I rolled 8.
Oh, she rolled an 8 damage? Oh, okay.
And I rolled a 16 for the attack, so I missed.
Oh, you rolled a 16?
Yeah. So
Oh.
11 plus 5.
Oh, shit. So, scratch what I said. Edit that all out, Mike. Future Mike.
Future Mike for me.
You see a claw come flying down from above you, and you parry it away with your sword. Roll damage. What was your damage?
6 plus 3, 9.
Oh, shit. And then, Tiri, what was yours damage?
8 plus 8, 16.
God damn. No, it's not. It's
No,
plus 8 to
no
damage.
match for us.
That's plus 8 to hit.
We're going real deep.
What's your damage? Your damage is 1d8 plus what? 1 plus 2? And you so 10?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Man, this thing is going to go a lot faster than
Nice
I
shot, Natiri.
Alright. So I didn't expect this thing to die that quickly. So, what can you add in total? What do you guys got in total for real fast?
9 plus 16, that's 25.
25. Okay. Although both your hits connect, you realize that this thing is like got some pretty beefy armor to it, and it's not doing the damage that you thought it would. It's like whenever you guys are hitting it, like you're connecting with it, and it's just popping up in different places, it is blinking back out of existence, which is how it's getting so close to you and ending up in different places so quickly. It's like a ring. Yeah. So you soldier on, and then you hear it. You hear it say, "I got you," and it appears before the whole party. And it looks like at this point now, it's done.
Ah!
It's done bouncing around. It's ready to do battle. So everybody, go ahead and roll initiative. That was really big on the waveforms, by the way, with your screen. You have your spells and stuff.
I know, I was gonna use my thorn, Hail of Thorns.
Alright, awesome. How does that spell work?
It gets an additional 10 damage, 1d10 damage
Okay.
to my roll of damage.
Don't they have to roll like a modifier or something? I think it's Dex, right? To get out of the way of the thorns.
Yeah, saving throws, dexterity.
Okay, so roll your normal attack.
Attack, I have to find. right.
You roll a d20 first.
16.
Plus 8.
I can't do math.
Yeah, that hits. Alright. And then what's the DC for the dex?
What do you mean?
What's your spell save DC? It's like 12 or something, right? It's up there at the top of your sheet. That spell sheet.
Oh. 12.
Okay, so it's got to be a 12. Get out of the way of the thorns. Yes, and it does.
Fuck you.
So just roll normal damage for your arrow.
5.
5. Okay. Plus 1, right? So 6.
Plus 8.
No, that's
No,
just a
plus
hit.
2. I'm adding the 2 already. So it's 5.
5 total. Okay.
I can do simple math.
Is there anything when it says like a successful, does it take half damage on that spell? I don't remember.
If it's beaten, it still takes on a successful save. It takes only half the damage of a D10.
Alright, so roll a d20 for me from d10. So far you got 5 and
4.
so a total of 9. So you hit it, you thunk it with your arrow, and right in the chest, and it looks like it kind of like gets stuck in between like a plate of armor, and but it still just it gets out of the way of most of the thorns, and gets one glancing off of its face. It still doesn't seem like it's taking all that much damage as it should be taking. So now it is the I'm gonna get you turn. Let's see. What is he going to do? This is like one of the first times besides the rat battle I get to roll finally for something. I think he's gonna come after Keziah because actually, you know what? No, because Thade came up to hit him, right?
Yeah, twice.
Okay. So he's gonna go after Thade.
Come get me, bro.
How about that?
What is the Thade's AC?
Oh, that's a good question. That's for armor?
Yes.
Oh, it's 18?
Okay. So he tries to bite you twice. He bites you on one shoulder, realizes that his teeth aren't sinking in quite as well as they should, and he goes over and tries to bite you on the other shoulder, hoping maybe to find a weak spot, but he can't.
Ah, he's biting me.
Alright, then it is who the fuck? Oh, Thade. Now it's your turn.
Oh, I might attack.
Yeah, now it's your turn to
So
attack.
I do perception, not perception.
You don't have to do a perception now. That was just because he was bouncing around in the woods.
Nice. So 6 plus 5, 11.
You swing back at him. Maybe he's like kind of shifted your armor around, so it's hard to move your arms, and you don't quite get your sword up to meet him. Whoosh.
That's the sword.
Alright, and then it is Ilfelker's turn.
Oh, what am I doing?
Whatever you want. Are you
You're
still?
a dog still.
Yeah, are you still a deaf dog?
Yeah, I'm gonna bite him. So 8.
8 plus what?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what you were asking me?
Yes.
What is it? Let's see, deaf dog. Turn into the monster man, you will. Plus 4. So 8 plus 4.
12.
12. You jump out and try to bite him, and he swiftly moves out of the way.
Okay.
So now it is Keziah's turn. You have to roll the hit, and then you roll if you hit, you get full damage.
Seeing the outcome of my companion's previous turns, I'm a little enraged.
Yes.
So I strike with a thrust.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll that sweet D20 for me.
Looks like I've got a 13 plus.
Plus 5, I think, is your soul total. You
Yep.
got your strength and your proficiency.
So 18.
Oh, snapdragons. You connect, so go ahead and roll for damage.
I strike with a 15.
I think it's 2d6 is what you rolled. Chris just rolled a d20.
Correct. I apologize. These?
Yes, you rolled 2d6, then you add your strength.
Okay. Alright then. Well,
Did you roll a 1 and a 2?
I sure did.
Alright, real quick, just because I was messing with your character sheet earlier, I remembered. I believe, Kazai has a feat, right? That if he doesn't like the damage roll dice, he can re-roll them. He rolls a 1 or a 2, I believe. What's that one called? It's over on
You're
the
right.
side. Yeah.
Yep. When you roll a 1 or a 2 with your damage dice, you can re-roll that dice. Alright.
Yeah, he
So
can roll
it's-
both of them, but you have to take the second roll, no matter what it is.
Alright, so we're gonna redo this.
Oh yeah.
I've got 2 5s plus my 5 to hit, correct?
No, what's your strength? Your strength's like +4, right?
Plus 3.
No, it's +4 now. She has the muscle man powder. I don't
That's
know.
true. It is
Yeah.
plus 4. I need to change that. Alright, so that would put me at 14.
Yes. It would. So you smash into this thing hard, and it is at this point it is not looking good. What did you say? You did a thrust, right?
A thrust.
Yeah, it is doubled over with how hard you had just smashed it right in the stomach.
His great sword.
Is that a 4?
Yeah, that's good.
Real quick, I have to say I thought I was going to kill you guys with this monster, and it is very quickly looking like that's not going to happen.
We're
He is
coming.
not doing good at all.
We're coming full force.
No kidding. And so we're going back up to the top of the round, and that will be Natiri.
I make a swift movement to go up and try to get him with my short sword, since he's already like bellowing over in pain because of the nice thrust that.
All that thrust.
So roll a 20, right? See if I
Yes.
can hit him.
And instead of adding your normal 8.
So then I have a 16 because I added 8 plus 8 is 16.
Alright, instead of adding the 8, because that's for your bow.
Oh, that's
and
just for my
dexterity.
bow.
For short
Got
swords, you
it.
have to add strength, unfortunately. But Natiri is not a pussy.
No, she's not. So I rolled a 10.
10 total?
Yep.
Alright. You go to smack him with your short sword, thinking that he's like had it at this point, but he's still got enough life in him to swipe your sword out of the way as you try to hit him.
Ting.
So it is now the Amagetsu's turn, and seeing you come at him with the short sword, he's gonna go after Natiri, and he's gonna slash at you with his claws.
Is that a magical or not magical weapon?
What?
The claws, because it's like puffing in and out of existence.
Oh,
So is it a magical weapon or not magical weapon? Technically,
like the creature, like a magical creature?
like so for like.
Oh, I get what you're
Hi.
saying. No, it's not a magical weapon. No, it's just a physical feature.
Okay.
What's in series AC? Damn. So he swipes at you with his claws, but even after like coming full forward with the short sword and being parried away, you still have enough, I guess, agility in you to like,
Stealthy as hell.
yeah, do like a back bend and like get out of the way. Yeah, totally Matrix style. And brings it up to Thade.
I'ma get you. I'ma get you.
Oh damn.
You rolled an 18.
Yeah. And then what's the modifier for that?
It doesn't even matter at this point. Its AC is 13, so. Cool. Go ahead and roll for damage, good sir. You guys haven't even used spells yet. Like, I really thought this was going to be an all-out battle and you were going to almost die.
I made
Almost
Kazai
certain.
shiny.
Yeah.
2.
2?
A plus. My bad.
Plus your strength.
A plus
Three.
strength.
Yeah.
I haven't been adding strength. Dang. So that's 5 and then my sword, right?
No. Yeah,
13.
you rolled. Huh?
Plus 3 to the D8 and then plus my strength, right?
Yeah, the plus 3 is your strength.
Oh, that
I wrote
came-
that on there
that
just
was
so it would be easy.
Okay, so yeah. 5.
Total of 5. Yeah, you get him pretty fucking good. Like
I done got you. I'ma get you.
you crack him right in the head, and you're pretty sure you see like cerebral fluid coming out at this point, or what would be cerebral
He's
fluid.
oozing everywhere. I think I got him.
Juice coming out of his ears, but he is still standing, but just barely. And it is Felker's turn.
I don't know the gender at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and bite him again.
Oh, all right, sweet.
Watch out for that ooze. Is the ooze toxic?
No.
14
As far as you know, it's not.
14 plus what?
Plus your like 4 or something. You definitely hit him though.
Okay.
AC is only 13, so roll. I guess it doesn't matter at this point. He has 1 health point left, so we're just gonna say you done got him. Felker, the deaf dog, jumps up and knocks him over on his back, and you are just now sunk your teeth deep into its throat. And you feel it shaking as it goes through its death rattles, but congratulations, guys. You just killed an Amaguchi.
Yes!
Nice. I can't believe you guys killed that thing. I thought for sure we were all goners. Yeah, I mean, you guys are amazing. I'm so glad we came with you. We would have never made it through that forest.
Why didn't you help us fight it?
Are you kidding? You see us getting his ass kicked back there by those thugs? You really think he could do anything against an I will get you?
Just talking to myself. Anyways, yeah, the Namagichu's dead. It's lying on the ground. I mean, what you guys do next?
Let's just. I want to. Yeah.
What's going on?
I want to walk up to it and just like kind of check it out to actually see what it actually is, because it was vanishing ever so often and just being really mysterious.
Yeah, this thing, it was hard to see before in the darkness and with it like blinking in and out and showing up in different places. But when Keziah brings his lighted arm up to it and you look it over, like it looks like something straight out of like I don't know, like a demon manual, like demon anime. It's very tall, kind of skinny, and just like the color of night. I mean, completely black, and it's covered in these spines, which unfortunately you never got to use because it died so quickly, and I'm very upset by that now. I should have boosted it a bit more. I thought it was just going to be a lot harder, but apparently not. And you realize that because of the thickness of its armor, it had resistance to just about every kind of damage in the book. So no matter what you hit it with, it was only taking half damage the whole time. If I was going off of the real HP without the resistances, you guys would have killed it like on the second turn. But thank God, thank God that didn't happen. I gave it some extra HP, man, but it's dead. I'ma get you is dead now. Yeah. So, anyways, unless you got anything else to do in this dark forest, you guys continue on with your journey.
Before we take off, I just want to say that I've come across this sort of darkness before in my past that I haven't spoken of. It's hellish.
Really,
and
I'm kind of nervous, but intrigued at the same time. Could you tell me more about that?
I'm just hoping that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So maybe
Thank you for sharing, 'cause that was a big thing.
Maybe everybody could roll me a history check real quick. No.
20.
17.
Sweet.
I think these dice are weighted, dude. I hit it at 20.
So they got a 20. Felker got a 17. What is Interior? She got a total of 5. 13. And total 13. So once again, showing off their intellect. Thade and Felker, you guys start to put this together. You know a lot about the world and that fact that it's something that we haven't talked to the listeners much. But magic is kind of like on the fringes. It's not something that's just everywhere in the world. And beasts like this certainly aren't just everywhere as well. And so between, what happened back at Thunderfall Keep and, the King Vandal, I believe his name was, talking about some ancient evil that was coming to plague the land, And now running into this thing, Keziah kind of brought up a good point that like it jogged this into your mind that something is going on in the world. Like something is weird. These sort of things just don't happen all the time. There may be something into this, maybe a greater mystery overall that maybe you should keep your eyes out for. So, with that said, there's nothing else to do. Like, if you want to like throw this thing over a cliff or whatever, we just move on to the next part. All right. So, you
We do like a perception check to see if there's anything worth salvaging.
say that into the mic and then.
I like to do a perception check to see if there's anything worth scavenging from this beast.
All right.
Thing.
Yeah, actually, if you guys all want to, instead of perception, roll investigation because you are like looking at this thing closely.
15.
4.
We're rolling our
Investigation. So you roll a 20 and add your investigation. You guys don't have to whisper. You can say it to the mic.
Because I rolled a 16.
They had rolled a 4.
Elfelker got a 6.
I got a 14.
Keziah, not necessarily the most learned man, but knows that that Thade, you being kind of like a scientist and an alchemist, and he knows that you've been up to something. He may want to. This is up to you, Keziah. Suggest that these spines that are on the back of this thing do come off, and maybe it could be used. I don't know, to make something. That's kind of the your whole deal is like super science weapon. So
What do you see, Keziah? Is there anything we can use?
I think we can put these spines to good use, whether it's for armor or maybe even enhancing one of our weapons or shields.
I might have another use for these, but yeah.
So you take them.
I'm gonna grab them. I'm gonna grab those spines really hard and yank them off.
Okay, so they do come off of kind of like kind of it's kind of a task to get them off, but there's 12 of them in total. So go ahead and add 12. I'm gonna get you spines to your inventory. So, anyways, you're moving along and you get through the dark and scary spooky forest, and you see a crypt coming up along the path, and it's flanked by the entrance to it is flanked by a couple of large lion statues. So you probably assume this is the place that Gerald sent you on. You wave goodbye to your friends, whose names I don't think you ever got, and I never made up. Never cared to make up. And they head on further up their way. You walk up to the crypt, and you see one large female lion statue, and it's kind of like in this like roaring pose. And you see next to her on the other side of the entrance is a male lion who's kind of sitting back and observing. As you get closer to the crypt, you see that like before you actually go in, there's kind of like a enclosed area that's kind of like, it's not like got a door on it or anything, but like it's got some walls and a roof over it, and like you see like some really old like campfire remains and like some chairs and stuff sitting around it. So if you wanted to, you could probably stop and take a rest, but I don't think anybody's taken any damage in the last 2 fights you guys had. So and I don't think anybody's used any spell slots either, have they? Oh,
I used
yeah.
one.
Yeah, material.
The thorns.
But I'm okay. I can continue on.
Okay, so you guys just move on into the crypt.
Moving on up into the crypt.
And Keziah's arm is still lit right now.
How long does that last for? I think it only lasts for a while.
I think it's until I dismiss it or I use something else. I saw it earlier.
I mean, it's not like a game-breaking thing. I don't think you gotta worry
No.
about it too much.
It's
But
just- It's aesthetics, really.
yeah. Okay.
Until you don't want it anymore.
Using the crypts.
Yep.
So it is nighttime at this point, and
until I cast it again or dismiss it.
okay. So You guys walking in through the door, and you notice immediately upon entry is a third lion statue, and as it's sitting about right at eye level, and as you walk in front of it, its eyes flash green, almost for like just an instant, and it's so quick that you're not even quite sure that you've seen it, but it happened. And then somewhere from deep within the crypt, you hear a very faint, low roar that you almost wonder if it was just the wind that you were hearing, but once again, it definitely happened.
Does the two-step back thing come into anything time yet?
Are you asking me, the dungeon master, out of character? Because if you are, I cannot give you that information. You could talk to your other companions and maybe talk about it.
They did say 2 steps back. I don't remember exactly what was said, but I know that someone said you take 2 steps back.
Yeah, you do remember that he told you about his grandpa's advice that sometimes the best way to figure out a situation is to take 2 steps back from it. You don't know how this fits into the puzzle crypt, but you do know that. That's something he said.
I'd like to do a perception check to see if I caught the eyes changing colors.
Yeah, go ahead.
I should have done that.
10.
Yeah, you know what? I'd say you've seen it, but you don't believe that you've seen it. All right. And then on ahead of you, once you walk around this lion statue, is a long hallway, and at which, at the very end, is a very large wooden door, and I should say, I guess, a little bit of flavor. The floors and the walls, obviously the ceiling too, of this crypt is all stone, and they're a bit cold. Like, not freezing cold, but it's colder than it is outside, which is strange because you are on top of a snowy mountain. And halfway down the hallway, you notice that there's 2 sarcophaguses standing upright, flanking on either side. It's about halfway in between the entrance and the door on the other end of the hall.
I'd like to do a perception check to see if the door is locked.
Well, you have to move up to it first.
I'm going to move up to that door first and jiggle the handle.
Okay, so
ever so slightly.
You all just move forward, making sure that you all stick it together. Are you all just moving forward?
Yep.
Okay, so as you make it midway past down the hallway, and so you're about 3/4 of the way to the door, all of a sudden behind you hear what sounds like 2 heavy lids of sarcophaguses falling off of their place and slamming to the ground. You turn around quickly to see 2 skeletons armed with short swords there greeting you. So I guess at this time we're gonna go and roll for initiative.
5. Hot 1.
I rolled a 5. This is Thade.
Interior rolled a 10 plus 4. 14. Because it's plus your initiative, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, I got a 0.
Alfalker definitely last.
Keziah rolled a 15 plus 2, resulting in a 17.
Nice. And what did Thade get?
I got a 5.
Okay. And I'm gonna roll for these Skelly Bobs together at the same time. Alrighty. So, Keziah, it is your turn. You're up first.
Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and attack.
Yes.
I'm gonna slice, like a sideways slash.
Okay. So you turn around and run back, and which one? The one on the left, or I guess in there. So the one on the left or right?
I'm gonna go for the skeleton on the right.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
9.
And we get plus 5.
Yep. So that's a 14.
Okay. So you connect, good sir. Go ahead and roll for damage. You roll 1 and a 2 again?
No. 1 and 6, so a 7 plus. Which one's
Plus your strength, which is plus 4.
Alright.
So actually, I think to hit, yours is plus 6 now instead of plus 5 to hit. Because your strength was plus 3 before, but now it's plus 4, so.
Okay, yeah, right. So that's adding
7 is 7 plus 4, right? Or
Yep, 11.
7. Yeah. 11 damage. I can see my notes here. Yeah, you cracked this first skeleton pretty good, and in fact, you take off one of its arms.
Nice.
Alright, and then it is Natiri's turn.
I'm gonna draw back I'm gonna draw back my bow and take a shot at the same one that Keziah hit.
I really love that you guys focus fire. Like, no, like legit, this is legit praise. I've listened to a lot of other podcasts with it, who play Dungeons and Dragons, and they don't do that all the time, and combat takes forever. But you guys, like, just one after another whittle them down, and it's awesome. Yes.
Alright, so roll my d20. 8. 13 total.
13, you also hit.
And then with my bow, it is a d8. Found it. 6 plus 2.
Alright,
8.
you fling an arrow, it goes sailing right past Keziah. Like, if you weren't such a good archer, like, you probably would have thought that you had screwed up, but then knowing you now at this point, they know you did what you did was on purpose, expertly. It sails right over his left shoulder and comes straight into contact with the skeleton right between its eyes, and its head goes sailing off, on bouncing on down the hallway, and the rest of its body just collapses to just a pile of bones to the ground. Alright. And now it is the other skeleton is going to have to go, and he is going to swing his short sword at Keziah. So what is Keziah's AC?
16.
He smacks you good. 6. Oh, I get to roll for damage. Not very good. He hits you and like comes in contact. I'm guessing you probably would have put up your. Which is it? His left or his right arm that's missing?
Left arm.
His left arm? Yep, that would make sense. He swings at you and hits you right in your auto mail arm, and kind of grinds up on it, and so you take a total of 3 damage, sir. A grand total of 3. And then we are on to Fate.
Well, seeing all this grinding taking place, I'm going to take out my sword, and I'm going to swing at the skeleton.
Alright, go ahead and roll, sir.
Oh, 19.
Plus 5?
There's no
No.
more need to add. And 19 totally hits. Roll for damage, please. Use your D8 plus 3, right?
Wait. Yeah, that was the plus.
So you rolled a 1?
Yep, so 4.
Oh boy. Alright, so yeah, you come in contact with his sword, and it comes back, and it does hit him. So he does take some damage, but obviously you got 4.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. Alright, then it's Elphael first turn.
I am going to attack with my thorn.
Your Thorn Whip?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Are you still a deaf dog? You changed back, right?
Yeah, I changed that.
Okay.
I don't think I'm deaf. So.
Alright, so
Could
go
she
ahead.
still be? Is there a limit on how long she can be an animal?
I think there is like a duration on it, but we're having fun. And I don't get bogged down too heavy with certain size.
Yeah. Yep, I'll use my thorn whip.
Okay. I think it's what your spell attack modifier
Yeah.
on there. You add that to your roll.
My spellcasting ability? Or the bonus?
Yeah.
The bonus?
Well, that's fine.
Okay. So I roll and then do that?
Which I think it's even more than 4 now, right? Because you got that wisdom thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's 7. You have +7 to hit with this.
So that's 20. So I got 13 plus 7.
Yes, you crack-a-lack that whip. Go ahead and roll that sweet, sweet damage. Sweet.
I don't add anything to it, right?
No, you don't.
Okay.
So you reach out with your whip. Did you like pull it down the hallway towards you?
Yeah.
Awesome. So as you pull it down the hallway towards you, it gets right in, like, now it's in between all of you guys, like it's encircled. And as you pulled it, you ripped off its arm as well. So now you have another 1-armed skeleton. Alrighty, and we're on to Keziah. No, not quite dead yet.
Not quite. Alright, I'm ready to finish this.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim right for his bone. And I'm gonna go in with
He's
a
nothing but bones, though. So
well, as long as I hit one. Fade knows.
I know.
So I go in for an attack.
yes.
Put it simply.
You looked at me and nodded when he said that, so you're looking for affirmation.
This arm is fine though. It's not like.
Yeah, roll a d20 first. Did you see you pull those d6?
Oh!
What did you roll? A 1?
1.
Yes. It makes me so happy when you do that. So, you and Thade were. You and Thade are like night. Would you say you and Thade are right next to each other?
Yes.
Okay. As you swing your sword, you missed the skeleton. Like, trying to end the fight, you were going right for its head, but you realized that you maybe aimed a little too high. The skeleton kind of squatted for half a second. Nah, I'm not doing it on purpose. It just happened to like trip over itself. And your sword comes around and catches Thade in the arm. So roll a d4 for me, please. Either of you, I don't care. Someone roll a d4. The little triangle dice.
Well, how does this work?
Okay,
I
you
see.
both rolled it? Alright, so I'll say you take 3 damage.
On me?
Yeah. Oof! Watch it! I'm sure this is going to be a fight later on.
Yes.
It's what happens when you stand so close.
Alright, and Materia, is your turn.
I want to take a stab with my like swiping pattern with my short sword
Alright, so you
and go for his like.
But you're using hand
back.
motions, which is great for audio podcast.
For his like spine.
Okay,
Like,
so you're
just
even
chop
like
his spine in half.
below the rib cage.
Yep.
Okay.
So roll a d20.
Yep.
9.
And you add strength, I do believe, which is what?
11.
Okay, so you roll 11 total. You should probably stick to your bow.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
why you roll. You swing your sword at him, and like he
Don't
like
I roll for damage?
no, because you didn't hit him. You missed him.
Fuck.
He like kind of like if he had abs, he would have like sucked his stomach back in. And he kind of just like wiggled his little skelly bob waist out of the way of your attack. And that brings us to the Skelly Bob, who was laughing pretty hard at what just happened.
Yeah.
Fatigue,
I
because
think
I
we
am
all are, in
Thade. And he is going to now attack Thade just to add insult to injury.
Fine.
And he rolled a fucking 20.
No, we didn't.
As Skelly Bob just critted.
So that's going against my armor class of 18, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's nothing I.
Let's see, where is this? He's throwing his short sword at you.
Oh, he's throwing a sword?
Oh, no,
pulling it
I
because
said he's throwing it, but he's really alright. 1d6 plus 2, so 5.
Oh, he punctured me.
He gives you a tickle with his short sword. Alright, and then it is Thade's turn. The Skelly Bob just smacked you with his sword, so
Well, now I'm really pissed. Now Thade is really pissed. And he is going to cast a spell. He's going to use Thunderwave. Sweet. And I don't know how to do that. Thunderwave! So yeah, it says on a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder damage.
And they take half of that, right? If you roll 2d8 for damage.
That's on a failed save. What is that?
A wave of thunderous force sweeps up from each creature in a 15-foot cube. So you're going to also hit the skeleton, Keziah, and the Natiri.
Yeah.
The only one you won't hit is Ilfalker, who has stayed far enough in back. So
Shouldn't stand so close.
wait, you have that. You have that Wrath of the Storm thing, right? I forgot.
Sure.
When something hits you, they take.
Oh wait, yeah.
They take thunder or lightning damage, don't they? I think I wrote it on your sheet for you. Oops. Yeah, at Wrath of the Storm, first level, you can thunderously rebuke attackers. When creatures within 5 feet of you that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to cause the creature to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your spell save? Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC?
It's Wisdom, which is 8 plus your Wisdom plus your proficiency. So
8 plus Wisdom. So Wisdom is 5, so that's 13. And proficiency is plus 2.
okay, so it's like total 15. Your spell save DC is, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's got to be a 15.
20. Yeah. What'd you get?
Skeleton. Skeleton rolled an 11.
All right.
So he takes.
Gonna fry those bones.
Yep. If you want to, you can roll the 2d8 if you want.
That means 2.
2 dice with 8 sides.
I only have 1.
You can grab somebody else.
2 and 1, 3.
Oh shit. So the skeleton still kind of jumps back like, ah! And I mean, he probably wouldn't say that because he's a skeleton, but you shocked him pretty good, and that was just a reaction from when he hit you. And he is still standing, however slightly. His bones are looking really bad at this point. You know, like for those of you who watch One Piece, when Brook, the skeleton pirate, gets hurt, his bones start to crack. This skeleton could really use a glass of milk at this point. He's not looking good.
I got milk for him. I got a big old sword.
So you're gonna roll to do another attack to him?
So I think that accomplished what I was gonna do anyways with Thunderwave. So I'm gonna do a regular
melee.
I'm gonna do a regular whack on him.
Alright. Whack them bones.
So 14 plus.
Oh, 14 hits.
Okay.
Big guy had nothing. And don't even bother rolling for damage either. He had 1 hit point left.
Oh.
So how about this? Instead of me describing it this time, you describe for me what it looks like when you finish off this skeleton.
Well, he just disintegrates into a pile of ash. I mean,
Oh, a pile of bones.
yeah, a pile of bone ash. Bone and ash because he's been electrocuted and sliced a lot.
Oh yeah.
He's like dust. He's a
He's
fine
smoking.
skeleton dust at this point.
All right. So that ends the skeleton encounter. You guys keep moving on.
I need to heal up. This is Thade.
Okay. So go ahead and if you want, you can sit here and take a short rest and roll. It's something we haven't really talked about before, but you can roll what's called your hit dice. Everyone's got it written on their sheets.
I can heal him.
You could heal them if you wanted to and use the spell slot. Also, I mean, how much damage did you take? You didn't take a whole lot, did you?
I took 6. No, 7. No, 8.
Yeah. You took a total of 8.
8 from the skeleton.
And you have 2.
I have a healing, so let's see what I can do.
Your hit dice you can use during a short rest to regain hit points. Okay. You have 2 of them at this point at level 2. So you have 2 d8s that you could roll if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to roll the 2 d8s before we waste any spell slots.
Okay. And I don't think anybody else... Keziah, did you take any damage?
Yeah.
You could roll a hit dice too if you want.
Thade rolled 7. So he is healed up to 16 hit points. And the 1 remaining hit point that is not there is his anger and frustration with Keziah.
So, you reach the door at the end of the hallway. It's not locked. you figure that these skeletons that were stationed there were probably meant to scare intruders or thieves away. So they about to lock on the door. And it must have worked because up until this point, these skeletons are still been standing there all this time. So you go on into the next room, and it's even colder in this room than it was in the hallway. It's not immediately obvious to you any other doors. In fact, this looks like it's just a dead end. The room itself is kind of a circle, and all around it is these lion statues. Does anybody want to give me a perception check?
I'll do that. 19.
Sweet. The Tiri being kind of one with nature, you feel a draft coming from directly the opposite side of the room. And as you get closer, you realize that the air is coming through what kind of looks like a crack in the wall. You notice as you investigate closer that there's some letters scratched into it, and you think that this might be a hidden door. As you wipe the dirt away, you see written QNCY. Giving them a second so they can write this down. QNCY is the first part. JGHC. MSP. And then there's spaces every time I stop. And then the last one is FMSQC.
Does anybody have any cryptography experience?
I think a Falker with her historical knowledge and being in Nathan Drake might be able to roll an insight or not insight. Roll like a history check for me, or just straight up intelligence. Just add your intelligence, I think. Yeah, roll a Tony and add your.
5 plus 1 is 6.
Dude, no Falker doesn't. This is. It remains a mystery to her.
What is it again?
History or in fact, you know what? Add you had a 6, right? What's your proficiency?
I got a 5 plus.
What's your history?
My history is plus 1.
Oh. If anybody else wants to make the roll, they can. Kind of figure out what the fuck's up with this puzzle.
I'll make a roll. I'll give it a try. Let my confidence shine through. Got 17 plus 0.
Alright. Okay, so you maybe when you were time in the mercenary bands, you realized that sometimes the best way to hide information from the enemy was to use a cipher. And this looks to you to be that sort of thing, a cipher.
It does. Did
If
anyone
somebody wants else to roll, maybe I'll give away another clue. Theater Natiri.
Oh.
My history sucks, so we'll see how good this goes. 13. 12.
Yeah, 12? What
Yeah.
did Babe get? He's still get better than 12.
So, it's a critical fail.
A critical fail. You don't think it's a cipher at all. In fact, you think this is just written in a different language.
But I don't.
Okay. I'm gonna do.
This is on a door or on a wall?
It's on a wall, but it looks like it might be a hidden door.
It's missing vowels, guys. No vowels, well, except for a Y. Do you consider a Y a vowel?
A-E-I-O-U. Nope, no Y.
Sometimes Y and W.
Oh, no, yep. Correct.
Cool, so, guys, it's missing vowels. It's full of vowels.
I'm gonna just go for another 2 more minutes, and then maybe I'll. In the interest of the podcast, I might let something else slip that you guys know.
What does this have anything to do with?
So, is this going to be something obscure, or is it going to be common things? I don't know if you can tell us Like it's not gonna be like Sir Elliot Duke Wellington. It's gonna be like the Rock is Brian.
It's gonna give you like once you solve it, it'll give you specific instructions. I will tell you that. Okay. It's not gonna be like a clue within a clue. I'm not gonna do that.
Gotcha.
That's for another episode.
What was the guy's last name that we're trying to find?
Beef House? No, it was Gerard Renau's family crest.
You guys did get. I'll say this. You guys did get clues from Gerald.
Two steps back. The riddle. The riddle.
Say it into the mic.
The riddle that Gerard told us about. The 2 steps back, 3 steps forward. Something about Paul Abdul. I can't remember.
You remember that his grandfather said, sometimes the best way to figure out a situation is to take 2 steps back.
You got it?
Keziah here is going to take 2 steps back and try to take a better look at this wall.
I was really hoping that this would happen in this situation, so you're telling me that Keziah takes 2 physical steps back from the door.
That is correct.
Okay, nothing happens.
Damn.
Oh, it makes me so happy that you did that, though.
So for the sake, well, I guess 2 steps doesn't matter in the grand scheme of like mechanics of the game. I would have done the exact same thing.
So you would subtract 2 twos, so you go back 2 spaces.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, everyone say it into the mic if you think you figured it out.
2 letters back from Q, 2 letters back from N.
Say it into the mic, please.
2 letters back from Q, 2 letters back from N.
Yes, thank you. All right, now you just gotta figure out what it actually says.
I need an alphabet because I can't do it in my fucking head.
Sorry.
I'll have to say I did write the message using only my noodle. I didn't look at the alphabet.
Nice.
So if it is fucked up, I apologize. I will make sure to correct it for you.
So Keziah, you could do the first one. Oh, Keziah, you could do the first one. Alfalker, you could do the second group of letters. Natira, you could do the third, and I can do the last to make it go faster.
Sure.
Yeah, the second.
I don't think the first word makes sense.
What is the first word?
2 letters back from Q is O. 2 letters back from N is L. 2 letters back from C is A. And the 2 letters back from Y is W.
Did I say take 2 steps back? I meant 2 steps forward. Sorry, guys, I fucked the riddle up.
Oh, this is a lot easier.
So it's 2 steps back already. Let's just put it that way. So you would have to add 2 steps. I done goofed. Thought I was being clever. Turns out I was being a clown.
I mean, no, it's clever.
Can't take 2 forward from Y, so I'm not sure it's clear, but
Would it just be A then?
I think that would be correct.
power is my word.
House is the last group. So we got our house.
In the middle of the street.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, go ahead. Sing the song.
All right.
So we get cat for
Cipher the last word. It's house.
The second to last word is our.
Yeah, so
What is it?
L-I-J-E.
Should have been a K. Sorry, I did this with my brain again. It's sorry. I knew it might have been fucked up.
Well, the first word is S-P-E-A.
Yeah.
There's no K? S-P-E. Alright, so note to future self, don't ever try to make puzzles on a podcast ever again. Mike, you're fucking terrible at it. Stick to something else. So the whole message would have been, speak like our house.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
You know that the house symbol is a lion.
French. We have to speak. No.
You know that the house symbol is a lion. So.
Oh, I have a
Speak like
spell
an
for that.
animal.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. So what do you?
I can speak like an animal.
So do it. Do it into the mic.
Speak like an animal?
Well, you speak like you speak like a lion.
I don't know how to do
Well, how do lions
Do I
normally
just start meowing? Like roaring?
Okay, I give
I
it.
am not roaring.
Give it a good roar. Do it,
I am
please.
not. No. No. Anyone else can do that.
Oh yeah.
Well, whoever else speak, you can't
do
do
like
it.
a
Add
sound
in the roar.
Huh?
Add in the roar.
I ain't gonna add this in. One of you's gonna have to roar like a big ass cute cat. Roar! Yay! Fades let loose a roar. Well, more of like a kitten growl, but it was still pretty good. And
I'm not doing it. No.
and the door of the hidden passage on the wall slowly moves back. And once it does, you feel a blast of freezing cold air
My nips.
just hits you. You walk into the next room, and it is like a meat locker.
Oh yeah.
There are sarcophagi. Is it sarcophagi?
Yeah.
For plural?
Yeah.
Everywhere, lining the walls. This room is massive. You're guessing that this house goes back, I mean, probably close to 1,000 years. This is an ancient crypt at this point. And like I said, there's sarcophaguses all over the place. There is oddly two prominently displayed in the center of the room. And as you look around, you also happen to notice a small animated backpack who is on the ground etching pictures and symbols into the floor. As you look around the room, you realize that these pictures and symbols are everywhere. This little guy has probably been here for a while. He doesn't notice you at first. But when he does, he jumps up and runs over to the first person he sees. Who walked in the door first?
Oh,
Guess-
I did, sure.
Would be Nateri?
Yeah. Yeah, because I literally was opening the door.
Oh.
Actually, he.
I was gonna say it would have been her because
Okay.
she's the one who
Jared.
I talk like animals.
did
He runs up to Falker.
we stepped back.
Yeah.
Remember? We took the physical 2 steps back.
And you can tell this little bag is so happy to finally have company. It's lonely no more. And it is jumping up and down, and he just wants you to yes, a backpack.
Oh.
And
Like
he's got
Dora
kind of
the Explorer.
like a face stitched on it. All of a sudden he stops and turns around and looks back at the other tombs. And now he seems frantic. He is pushing on you guys. You specifically, Falker. He is pushing on your little legs and trying to get you to turn around and leave. You can tell that something has him terrified. Yeah, go ahead. If you want a perception.
Natiri's rolling for perception.
8 plus 6?
What would that be? That'd be, let's
15?
just say, no, it'd be 14, I think. But let's say it's 10.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, as you're sitting here messing with this bag, Natiri senses her wood elf perception, so to speak, picks up, and you see a sword hurtling from out of one of the corners in the darkness, flying directly at Elfalker. I'm assuming you jump into its way to block it with your short sword?
Yep.
Yeah, let's just say you do that. And
Ching!
nice sound effect. And so, as you do that, you also see a shield coming from the opposite corner of the room. And go ahead and roll initiative, everybody. This is a very combat-heavy couple episodes. I'm
It is your
excited.
dice.
Yeah, I think it is.
Wait.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh boy. It's going last for sure.
What do we add to this again? Proficiency or next one?
You had your dexterity. Alright, Tyrion, it is your turn.
Roll.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Can we even see nothing?
Can you see what?
What's coming in us?
Well, right now you see a sword and a shield. Do you look at my sheet? Do you know what else is on here?
No, I didn't look at your sheet. No, you hid it from me. I'm just gonna pull back my longbow and let one fly like right above the shield.
So you're firing at the shield?
Yeah, like right above the shield, so I can like
So you're,
hopefully
like,
get past it.
Purposely trying to miss the shield?
Yes, I'm purposely trying to miss the shield.
Okay, roll for it. Roll 20.
Or is it the shield throwing at us? Is it getting thrown at us?
The
or
shield
no?
is like came flying up with the sword. Like it would have hit you guys, but you seen what was going on
Okay.
and stopped doing what it was trying to do. It was trying to get a surprise attack on you.
Alright, so I want to like purposely miss the shield and like try to see if I can hit a creature that's like behind there.
All right, so you roll 20.
I think there's something there. 11 plus
Plus 8.
8,
So that'd be the 19.
19.
Okay, so you purposely you make your mark right above where the shield would be, and definitely if there was something there, it would have connected. But it doesn't.
There's nothing there.
You just see the arrow fly off into the darkness, and a few seconds later, you hear it hit against the floor.
Shit.
Kazai, it's your turn, my friend.
I'm gonna go in for an attack.
Okay.
Alright. Ooh. Roll a 19.
What are you attacking?
I'm gonna go for. I don't know. Sorry.
The sword or the shield?
You're gonna go for the shield.
Okay, that hits. Roll for a Zamange.
8 and a 3. That puts me at 11 plus 5.
I think you rolled d8s. The 6s are the squares. Like normal
Oh,
numbers die.
so these.
D6.
I apologize.
Yeah. Ooh,
8
that's a good roll.
plus 5, so.
Plus 6 now, right? No. It's
No.
plus 4. You just add your strength for damage. So
Okay.
8 plus 4 is 12.
Yep.
Okay. And you said the shield, right?
Yes.
Oh,
No, the plus is the strength. Wait, were you going for the sword or the shield? I don't remember now.
The shield.
Oh, okay. You got 12. Damn, boy. Alright.
The shield has 50 HP, so.
Yeah, you'll never kill that ever. For never, ever. Right, and then it's the sword's turn. The sword, having its plans spoiled by Natiri, is going to come after you. And I don't think this matters, but what's your AC? Yeah, definitely. It swings and you swiftly move out the way. Then it is Ilfalker's turn.
I think I'm gonna turn into an animal.
Yeah, what animal are you turn
I'm gonna do a
love
giant
when you do
spider.
to? Okay.
So I guess do I roll?
Yeah, if you wanna, you turn into a spider, then you wanna. Are you gonna attack something?
Yeah, this shield with the sword,
Oh.
whatever that is.
Well, they're two separate.
Okay. The one with the sword.
Okay.
Okay.
16.
Plus what?
I think it's on the spider. You use the spider stats, so it should say like it's a hit.
Plus 5 to hit.
Okay. So yeah, you've got this sword in your bite, and where is the shield? I'm already lost.
The shield.
Okay. You bite a hold of the shield. Roll damage.
Which is
I should say it down there too. Under, I think you're doing bite, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah.
3?
So you got him for a total of 6.
Yes.
All right. The shield is out of commission. It weakly falls to the ground and looks like it's trying to get back up. Like if it had arms in place, it would like be trying to push itself back up, but alas, it doesn't. So yeah, it flutters to the ground and is no longer moving.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Ilfalker. What is your AC as a spider?
14.
All right. You feel something grab a hold of you. And, oh boy, I apologize for this. Can I have 2 more d6s? There we go. How much health does the spider
that on
have?
purpose. Because he was having a hard time.
How much health does the spider have?
It's different from her character.
Yeah, she totally gets all the spider stats when she turns into a spider. HP. You have 26. Oh damn. Let's see. You feel something grab a hold of you, and picks you up, your whole giant spider body, and slams you down into the ground for 9 damage.
9 damage?
9.
It's heavy slam.
And
So I slam
now
action,
it
right?
is the Thade's turn.
Let's have a sword fight. So Thade rolls. +5 to hit, so 20.
After the sword?
Yeah, I'm after the sword. We're crossing swords.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll damage. I don't think the sword's taking any damage yet.
Oh, it's about to.
Give this back to you guys.
Oh, 1d8. So 6.
Alright.
6 damage.
Go ahead and just cross swords with that sword.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, and I'm back up to the top of the round, Natiri. If you guys have spells, this would probably now be a good time to use them. Just saying. Thank you, Natiri. You still got a couple spell slots left, yeah.
I have 1. I'm gonna draw back. It doesn't really make sense to use a sword to hit that. What? What? No,
Wait.
hitting hitting a bow and arrow with a sword, that seems a little...
We're also really close to the sword, so probably can't. I don't think you can use your bow in this instance.
Yeah.
So you could smack it with another sword.
I'm
or-
gonna smack it with my short sword.
Alright, go roll that beautiful beam footage.
Alright, I rolled a 16. Do I hit him?
16 plus, what's your strength? 2.
20.
Yeah, you hit him. Roll damage.
I need
It's
a
a
6.
d6. Plus your strength modifier.
5.
Sweet. Plus strength.
Oh, plus strength? 5. 10. 9. Because it's this and plus the slashing.
What's your strength?
4. Plus 4.
Plus 4?
Yeah.
Oh, 7. 3 plus 4 is 7.
Plus 2 for slashing.
You don't get 2.
Why?
Don't worry about that. It's the wrong thing. in
Then
your
why'd
character
you
sheet.
put it on there?
Anyways, you smack the sword good. It's still on there. Up and around, though. It is Keziah's turn.
Yeah, it sure can take a lot. But can it take my whole sword?
Why?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
Oh yeah.
A 19. And I roll 4 damage.
Yeah, you totally hit. It would be a 19 plus all your modifiers, but a 19 is enough to hit at least.
Yeah. 5 plus.
Strike.
So, 9.
Ooh, yeah. You smack the sword, it goes sailing away, and it gets ka-chunked in one of the nearby sarcophaguses. It's not moving anymore at this point.
Yep.
And we go to Ilfelker.
What now?
It is your turn, Giant Spider Lady.
So I'm slammed on the ground right now, right?
Yeah, but you can still attack. Clearly,
Okay.
there's something. You notice a slight shimmer, and you realize that there is a spirit, is what has picked you up and slammed you.
A spirit.
Yes.
Okay, well, I want to fight.
Fight that spirit ass.
Okay. 13 plus... What now?
Hey, what is it? I don't know what it says. +4?
something.
For
Just say bite to hit. Use
plus
bite.
5.
Bite again?
Yeah. Well, to hit
Yeah, so it's
is
total.
7.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. So weapon attack plus 5. So 5 plus your 13-year-old, right?
Yeah.
18. And that definitely connects. Rolls that sweet spider damage.
Is that again?
I don't know, was it a D? I can't remember. Maybe 6 or something?
I just don't know where I'm looking.
Let's see, bite. So it's bite, and it's 1d8 plus that slash.
Okay.
So sorry I screwed up your character sheet. Please forgive me.
6.
6?
Again.
Alright, awesome. Alrighty, and then it is this thing's turn after I do math, which is hard. It is going to use something called telekinetic thrust on you, giant spider lady. Basically, we're gonna have is a strength contest. So
Okay.
it rolled an 8. So you have to roll a d20 and then add the spider's strength modifier. And if it beats an 8, you're okay.
Strength modifier.
Yeah.
Plus
2.
It's 6.
Oh no! It is gonna pick you up now and throw you towards the 2 sarcophaguses inside a room where there's a wall. You're gonna smash up against that wall.
Okay.
And we'll say it wasn't super far away, so he's gonna take. Yeah, it's 1d6. And you only take a 1. Your spider legs are able to flip yourself over and slow your crash into the wall. So only take 1 damage. Next is Thade's turn. Yeah, you can kind of see it after that last attack. You know where it's at.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna swing my sword at it.
All right.
I rolled a 3.
Oh, balls.
Plus 5, 8. Wait. Yeah, that's 5, 8.
Yeah, that's
misses.
You're gonna whiff. And that is back to Natiri.
I'm gonna use my last spell.
Okay.
Use the thorns one.
Sweet idea. I like where your head's up.
So at least something will hit him. Alright, so roll for 9 plus 8 would be
8 plus 8? 9 plus 8?
9 plus 8.
17?
17.
You don't need that bother adding the other 8 you have to it.
Yep.
It hits.
Okay.
So then roll all your damages.
So, no. Don't you have to do a saving throw if you get hit by it?
Oh, that's right.
Dex.
Forgot about that. It passed.
What do you mean?
It rolled a 16.
Oh.
So it gets out of the way of your thorns.
Alright, well, it'll still eat half the damage. So then, for my longbow, a d8. 2? 4. Plus 2. So 4.
So 6.
And then I roll for half the damage of the thorns.
Yep.
5.
So 9.
9.
Alrighty, and then it is Kadaya's turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna go in with an attack. I'm actually just gonna swing my sword straight down, straight to the ground.
Okay.
With all my might. Um, 10, and what do I add to this one?
Your your strength, which is +4, and your proficiency +2, so 6. So 16.
16.
You hit.
Alright, let's see the damage. 4 and 4 plus 4.
So 12, right?
Yep.
That was a nice hit. You, if it had skin, you would see blood all over the place from that nice, sweet ass swing. Alrighty, and then we're on to Ifeafter's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna bite him again. Just gonna keep going for it. So 15 plus.
I think it's
I
4.
think I would know this by now. Plus 5. So 20.
Yep, you hit for sure.
Yeah.
Rolls as Zemos. As they say in France.
Which is the D8. So 4 plus 3. 7.
Nice. You guys are doing really good against this thing. Alrighty, and now it is the poltergeist, which is the guy's turn. It is quite pissed now at this point, and it picks up a lid off of a nearby sarcophagus and hurls it at Keziah, having done some of the most damage to it so far. So, let's see. Damn! It must have been really angry because it threw it like crazy. I'm guessing a 10 does not hit your AC. It does not? Yeah, this thing is pissed and is basically like a raging spirit and has no self-control. It hurtled this sarcophagus lid at you, but I mean, it's like a whole 6 feet off to your side and goes crashing into a million pieces somewhere in the darkness. And it is now Fade's turn.
You got this.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's really complicated.
Well, I know for yours you have the storm thing where you can add.
It's max damage.
Yeah, so you could use your Thunder Wave or something
But
on
that
it.
would do max damage to everybody.
Everybody who doesn't make the saving throw.
So it's up to them. Okay, so
So you could run up to this thing. Let's say, all right,
that could
through.
be my move action.
Yeah, it threw
How far is it?
the spider. The spider did jump up and bite.
So
Spider's kind of close.
yeah, I'm going with sword again. It's not worth it because she's got like
Okay. So
how
yeah,
much
you don't hit her.
damage left. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we don't know how long this fight's gonna be. So I'm gonna take another swing at this.
Okay.
Wait, doesn't it take up the health of the spider?
Yeah. 6 or health.
I rolled a 16 plus 5,
Ooh, that hits.
21,
That hits for sure.
and my damage
You guys are doing so well.
5 plus 3, 8 damage.
8. Man. Alrighty. Natiri, is your turn. I'm gonna have to craft a lot harder counters next time.
I'm gonna go with my short sword because I guess I'm pretty close to it now. I think. Or
No,
it's so
you're
far away.
you're off the distance because you were fighting the sword, right?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna use my longbow again. Oh, I don't.
15?
Plus 8.
The 15 at least, right?
Plus 8.
Oh yeah, you get it. It's pretty hard for you to miss at this point.
Yeah.
You're a longbow expert.
1d8. 6 for damage.
Nice. You hear a loud shrill as this thing just goes sailing back into the darkness.
What does the shrill sound like?
Sounds like. That was still super loud on the sound waves. And the poltergeist is no more. You have defeated it. What's your guys' plans next? I guess what you're gonna do, take a look around the room.
Yup. I'm just gonna start walking around the room, seeing if I can see any clues or.
Okay.
Anything?
The little bag is there.
I was gonna ask.
I want to investigate this little bag.
I'll hold up my
This-
legs to the bag.
Let's investigate the sack.
The bag runs over to the giant spider. The fucker, do you turn back to your normal self?
Sure.
He seemed to quite like you before, having been the first person he'd seen, and God knows how long. And he jumps up and down, and he unzips his top. And he looks like he's got something inside for you.
Does he have the thing that we're looking for?
So you reach in your hand to find out?
Just reaching my hand out to see what it is in the
Okay.
backpack?
Yep. You reach your hand in, and you pull. First, you find the bronze lion head with the ruby inside of its mouth, and you notice also within this tiny back. Well, I would say it's tiny. It's like a normal backpack size, like a JanSport. Or, I'm trying to think of what else, or your typical backpack, but it's just normal backpack size, and you realize that there is at least 1,000 gold pieces somehow within this bag. It doesn't seem like it's possible because if you pick the bag up, it doesn't feel like it weighs anything. Anybody want to give me?
Is this gold mine, or do I have to share it?
I mean, that's up to you. You want to try and hide it, or you are gonna be honest with everybody and show it to them?
Indianapolis Jones over here.
I'm gonna keep like 75% of it, and then divvy up
shit.
the rest of it to them.
Okay.
They got Choco Tacos, and I didn't.
Oh damn.
Yeah, those chocolate tacos were always 1,000.
So we did
Alright.
$250.
Roll.
Yes.
Roll deception for me.
Wait, what is that?
For deception
D20?
check. Yeah, D20 and then you add your deception check.
4 plus 2
I'll just do deception.
is 6.
Do total of 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say to the rest of the group, "Oh, hey guys, look, it's the lion thing, and like $250. Nothing else here. No big deal."
I'm gonna.
You guys know she's lying.
I'm challenging perception by.
You can roll. Everybody roll insight for me. You guys have just beat her 6.
Oh.
Do I roll?
I have an 8.
No.
Do I have to roll?
You have an 8 intuition? Okay. Yeah, you know she's lying.
You're full of shit.
But the backpack likes me.
Oh.
Oh, man.
That's dead. Can we attack the backpack?
What, you
No.
want to hurt Backpack?
No.
We're gonna get to-
Because
No.
We're gonna hurt Packy?
Packy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you guys do with the buddy? That's between you. But we're gonna settle this now. Or, like, this is something that's gonna come up later on. Did you share the buddy?
Yeah, I
called
guess
you
I'll
out?
share it.
Okay. So you've completed your quest. You've got the lion's head. You got a whole bunch of money. 1,000 gold.
Yeah. I have no idea how much I have.
Yeah, you realize this little guy was probably like here as like a guardian of like the family's treasures. I mean, there was the other obvious guardians, the sword and the shield, and this terrifying spirit. But he was probably like some accountant in real life or something like that, and his soul got bound with his backpack. And you also do realize that this is not just any ordinary backpack. Obviously, one, it's alive, and 2, it had a bunch of stuff in it. This is what's called a bag of holding.
And
So
it's imprinted on alcohol.
yeah, it seems to really like
My
Alpha.
little baby.
He wants her to carry him. What's cool about bags of holding is you can fit a ton of stuff inside of them, and it never really feels like it's ever heavy. Like, and whenever you reach your hand in to pull an item out, you always find the item exactly what you're looking for. So you can have 1,000 coins with one in particular with an X marked on it, and if that's the one you want, you can reach in your hand and pull it out every single time. So it's a pretty cool thing. Are you guys all set here? In the
Do I
crypt?
get to fix my damage yet or no?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna take, but you guys probably taking a long rest here and that.
Okay.
We're getting pretty long on the episode. Probably gonna start wrapping it up here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess there's really, if else you guys want to search around some more, don't do anything else here.
Let's check out the sarcophagus guy. I want to investigate the sarcophaguses.
Oh. Alright, you look around, you realize that the dates for the burial of these the two people, the ones in particular, are they're about 1,200 years old. So this is a family that has been around for more than 1,000 years and has now only left to the humble Gerald Renault.
So while we're here, we're just gonna desecrate his family's tombs.
He probably
Sure.
doesn't care. Be honest, he
Sure, I
sent
don't
you
care.
guys to go there to retrieve his stuff. Didn't go himself.
Charlie will never come here. He'll never know.
Until he's dead. He was too scared. Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll for what would it be? Investigation or perception?
Yeah, you can roll. Fuck that. We're
Oh,
we're gonna call it good.
Free space.
And as you go to leave, you notice the sword and the shield kind of trailing behind. The backpack runs over towards them, and you can see them as kind of scolding them. But they look like they really want to come along too. They don't seem like they want to be left behind.
I guess I'll take the sword with me.
All right, cool. Who's grabbing the shield?
I guess I'll take the shit. No, just kidding.
Yeah. I'll take the
You want the shield?
Yeah.
This is awesome. All right. Go ahead, Thade and Falker add. Thade, you add one flying sword to your inventory. I mean, you can give it off to somebody else.
Chris likes flying swords.
It's basically like a bonus attack. It's the way it would work mechanically. So like during your turn, you can attack and do your normal actions like you normally do, and you can use this bonus flying sword as well. It deals 1d8 damage. You would roll it like normal. So you'd roll like
Normal hits.
yeah,
And then it's a regular 1d8.
just one straight up 1d8 damage. The Falker, the shield with you adds an additional 2 to your AC. And it also, let's just leave it at that. It adds an additional 2 to your AC. So, I think with the close on that quest, and we are running a little long on this episode, which makes up, I think the last episode was just short of an hour. So, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Katabisis. You can email the show at oldschoolnoobscast. Try another take on that. oldschoolnoobscast@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can also tweet at the show at oldschoolnoobscast on Twitter. Kind of toying with the idea. I like to include a lot of references to pop culture in these campaigns. And so if you think you know the references that I'm making or have an idea of where some of the stuff comes from, tweet about it or send us an email, and maybe I'll send you a treat in the mail or something. We'll see. Anyways, thanks again for joining us. And until next time, peace, babies.
Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Adios.